Sweetie is one of the most underrated characters of all time. I mean, just look at her, dude. Anyways, though, Crunchyroll has been going through the gosh darn ringer, and my gosh, man, it does not look pretty because they got hit with a class action lawsuit. Now, we'll go into the deets in a little bit, but I just want to say how things just don't look pretty, especially when it comes to the price hikes that they just recently had. Now, this was announced sometime around February, and before that, they even announced that they were going to get rid of the free to watch with ads type of thing that they had. And unfortunately, to even use Crunchyroll, you have to pay. So yeah, no, that kind of sucked. But now they are price hiking, and the price difference is by $2, which doesn't sound bad, but when you do look at it at the end of the year, it does add up. And people complain and joke about it like, oh, it's only $2. It really does add up, man. Just imagine your phone bill going up by $5 or $2. That's going to suck, right? Anyways, yeah, no, after finally implementing this, which was done March 4th, it just keeps getting worse because, again, as I mentioned earlier, they're getting hit with a class action lawsuit. Now, this isn't even the first time this happened because in the past, back in 2023, they've been hit with one pretty similarly, as this one had to do with Crunchyroll giving out personal data of their subscribers to third-party companies like Facebook, Google, and even Adobe. What the actual hell is wrong with them? Why would they even do this? Like, why are they selling our personal information? Now, to be honest, we were actually compensated somewhat. I forgot the actual total amounts of like pool money that every subscriber was compensated, but each person was roughly given around $30. So that's kind of a plus, but it's looking a little bit more serious now. Sticking back with the past a little bit, I just want to go a little bit more in depth on what actually happened with the one in 2023, as Crunchyroll was accused of violating the Video Privacy Protection Act by disclosing the personal information of users, subscribers, and viewers to third-party companies. That personal information can include information of a specific person, requested or obtained specific video materials or services from Crunchyroll. And after all the legalities were settled, we came to a conclusion where the class council estimates that consumers who submit a valid claim forms will receive $30 a piece from the $16 million settlement. A fee award and awards for the class representatives will also come out of the gross settlement amount, which, again, we were compensated, but kind of does suck that our information, whether it was deleted, was still passed out, and who knows if it was actually deleted. It is still a scummy thing to do, and something similar has really just happened recently again in the big 2026 for something very similar. As this post states right here, that Crunchyroll has been hit with a new class action lawsuit which claims that the company again knowingly disclosed users' private viewing habits to a marketing company. The plaintiffs are seeking $2,500 per violation per class member, among other things. They've done it once, they did it again, they'll probably do it again in the future. And if my eyes serve me right, it looks like they'll probably do this again in the next 3 years. So maybe look out for another class action lawsuit in 2029, because 2023, 2026, you know, you get the pattern. What's the point? Why? It makes so much little sense for the reason why they are doing this. Like, I get it. They want to find like an algorithm or whatever and try to find a pattern within our viewing habits. Isn't there a better way to do that though? I mean, like, just look at like TikTok, YouTube, and all that stuff, like the algorithms or whatever. Why can't they implement something similar to that? Like, I am clueless about this stuff, so I'm just speaking out of my ass. And if you do know, please leave it down in the comments. But it just makes zero sense why they are violating so many things like our privacy and like thinking it's okay. They've been found out once, they got found out again, and now they're getting hit with, you know, potentially serving, or at least what they are pleading, or we are pleading for, $2,500 per person. Crunchyroll is going down the drain. It's going down the shitter, dog. First, they hacked the prices up by $2, thinking that they are worth more than or on the same level of Netflix, but now they are also violating their customers' privacy. Now, if you think this was a lot worse than the other one, I want to say it probably is, as this post kind of goes more in depth about what's actually happening with the number of subscribers, viewers, and whatnot. Among other things, the plaintiffs are seeking $2,500 in statutory damages per violation per class member, which if we do get our money worth of that much, that would be absolutely awesome, because I could use that money for gacha games. Anyways though, but punitive damages, injunctive relief, cease disclosures, delete collected data, implements compliance mechanisms, attorney fees, and costs. So they are going to be spending a lot of money for violating a lot of these things. So they really got punched in the gut for this. This isn't Crunchyroll's first offense. The company settled a nearly identical VPPA lawsuit in 2023 for $16 million involving the Facebook Pixel tool and agreed at the time to reform its tracking practices. Well, they reformed it and then they reverted back, and now they're doing the same thing again and are probably gonna have to pay even more, because I feel like at this day and age, because anime is at its highest peak and is still climbing up, they're gonna be, you know, paying a lot more out of their gosh darn pockets. I mean, it's good for us, but terrible at the same time, because one, our privacy was again breached, but I mean, we're getting compensated with money, but like, it doesn't erase the fact that they did this not just once, but twice, and possibly for a third time. With over 100 million registered users and 13 million paid subscribers, the potential class is enormous and could go into the billions if Crunchyroll were to be found guilty. However, companies usually settle for much less, as Crunchyroll itself did in the 2023 case, which is something to bring up as well. Although this $2,500 does look like a, I guess like a decent trade-off, I don't really consider it that, because I feel like privacy matters much more than money, especially when it comes to our privacy. We're probably just gonna get another $30. Like, again, these big numbers are just big numbers. I'm pretty sure that there are some loopholes that these companies can find, or these technicalities that these companies can kind of ease their way towards, to where they don't have to be penalized as much, even though they did something very scummy twice. So we're probably gonna be looking at $30 to $40 this year. But dude, like, I really don't want to dog on Crunchyroll so much. I tried giving this, you know, platform a chance. I do like the streaming services and I want to support as much as I can, but if they are going to keep treating us this terribly, I don't think I'll be able to. It is so just downright terrible on how they're treating their customers, thinking that they are worth more or on the same level of Netflix, and then violating our privacy. It is just straight messed up, man. And I really hope that maybe sometime around they're able to fix these things, but there seems to be a pattern where Crunchyroll just seems to go downhill more than uphill. Maybe one step up and then 5 steps back. I don't know. That's just me with Crunchyroll. Again, I want Crunchyroll to do its absolute best, but they just seem more business than actually sticking for the anime community. Anyways, that's all I really got to say. I am so disappointed in Crunchyroll. I hope they're able to fix something like that. I hope compensation is actually worth it. Yeah, that's all I really got to say. Let me know what y'all guys think down in the comments. I can't believe that this happened twice. Probably going to happen again. We're going to see a pattern. It's going to be absolutely hilarious if I call this. So come back 2029 if you see this video and color me surprised, you know? Anyways, though, appreciate y'all for hanging around. If you made it this far into the video, why not drop a like and subscribe, as that does help around my channel a lot. Anyways, appreciate y'all for hanging around, and I'll see y'all next time. Adios, guys. Y'all have a wonderful day.